Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed. It's a Friday night. What we doing? Are we?
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. It is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Definitely make sure you guys stay in tune with what's going on, because definitely we're going to be covering the Detroit Lions in the offseason, talking about ways that the Lions can get better. And today I want to talk about pass rusher Hasson Reddick, who Philadelphia has just came out with a few hours ago a report on possibly letting Hasson Reddick go out there and seek a deal. Now, definitely, man, there's a lot of teams that can use a guy like Hasson Reddick. Very talented guy. He's 29 years old, and he'll be 30 in September. And this is one of those dudes that you would definitely love on your team. In the past two seasons, Hasson Reddick has racked up 27 sacks. And, that's just being, with Philly and also with Carolina. And then just racking up with the Arizona Cardinals as well. Hasson Reddick in the last 4 years have 50.5 sacks. So this dude ranks fourth behind TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, and Trey Hendrickson. So he's one of the best pass rushers in the league. Now, Hasson Reddick, the only thing about him is that he's on the last year of his deal. Now, I don't know ultimately if the Detroit Lions would want to do that, knowing that they got other people that they're going to have to eventually pay. I don't know if they'll bring Hasson Reddick in. I think he's due like $21.5 million in his last season against the cap. Maybe if it's a deal where the Lions have to pay half of his salary and Philly plays the other half, maybe it may work out that way. But man, I would take him. I would take Hasson Reddick, man. Anything to get your team better, man. That's what it's all about. Getting the team better. But if that's not the right deal, I'm definitely going to pursue Danielle Hunter. But would I go out to Hasson Reddick? Of course I would. You want to go out to today's best pass rushers to make your team a legit team. You have to have a defense. In order to win the Super Bowl, I'm going to say this again, you have to have a defense that can make stops, especially in the playoffs. That's when it counts. That's when it's your bread and butter. And we saw that the Lions was playing lights out football, man, in the playoffs. The Lions were balling and holding their own, man, and they were making key stops in the game. So that's why they ended up making it to the NFC Championship. Now, the goal now from here on out is to make it to the Super Bowl. You've been to the championship, and you've lost the last two times that you were in the NFC Championship. But now you want to ultimately make it to the Super Bowl, and not only make it to the Super Bowl, but you want to win it. That is going to be the biggest thing with the Lions going forth. And you don't want to regress. You don't want to be 12-5 this season and then next season only win 7, 8, or 9 games. You want to still be up there with some of the top teams, even if the schedule is hard. So I think the only thing in the offseason for the Lions to do is just to figure out ways just to get better. What weaknesses do we have on the team that we need to get better in? Well, we definitely need a corner. We need a number one corner, or we need a young guy that we can groom. Yeah, you can go out and get a veteran corner, and you can also get a drafted corner as well. So there's many different ways that you can do this thing and attack it. But then you also need a pass rush. So definitely picking up a guy like Reddick and the way he produces, man. I think Hasson Reddick had 11 sacks this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's out there producing it. And Hutchinson had 11.5 sacks too as well. So both of those guys, man, they would be great together. If you pair both of these guys up together, Hasson Reddick and Aiden Hutchinson, I think that they would rub off on each other, and both of these guys would be dominant, and the Lions would have one of the best defenses in the National Football League. I think this season has to be the season where Brad Holmes really looks at this thing and says, man, look, I'm going to have to go out here and get the best talent that I can, whether it's going to be through free agency, whether it's going to be through a trade, or attacking this team through the draft. I got to do what I got to do to make this Detroit Lions team a legit Super Bowl contender in 2024. And I think that he'll do that. I think that Brad Holmes, now I know that he's a little frugal with the money, and nothing wrong with being frugal, because you want to be able to put the money where the money needs to go. On the offensive line, St. Brown, and even if you got to extend Jared Goff, you want to make sure the money is going where it needs to go. But at the same time, Reddick is entering his final season of a 3-year deal that he signed with Philly back in 2022, and that deal was reportedly $45 million. So he's on the last year of that deal, which is to pay him $21.8 million against the cap. So I know that it's something that, you know, the Detroit Lions could go this way, and if it's beneficial to the Eagles, and if it's been, because the Lions always trade with the Eagles, so they definitely got a great relationship with trading guys over to the Eagles. You know, Darius Slay went over there, and then now not only big play Slay, but DeAndre Swift went over there as well. So we'll see what Brad Holmes will do, and will he answer any calls via trade this offseason, because that's going to be the number one thing, being able to get this Lions defense to be a legit pass rushing team in 2024. All right, guys, leave it down in the comment section what you think about Hasson Reddick possibly joining the Detroit Lions. Peace.
What we doing? Are we stepping out? Life's been too hard, we gon' make it count. I ain't mad at the world, I'm just living life. And if I came up out the bag, you know I pay the price. The night's too young, let's have some fun, let's paint the town. Let's shut it down, it's our time now. And I ain't going in till the sun come up. And I ain't going in until we blew up the Bucks. Cause it's us, throw it up, live it up. Come with us, we gon' paint the town, love you right now.